TV Summer Basketball Camp. I'm Levi Flores along with Nadia Sabagian, and right now we have the Blue Division 1 versus 3, just starting off, white versus blue, and we will see what happens in this one. We've had, I believe, 5 games so far, Nadia, on our court, and so this is the 5th one anyway, and we will see what these teams do. We've had young guys, older guys, and as that shot just sails in for the white team, absolutely incredible start for them.
Yeah, 92 real early in the game, already getting a beautiful 3 on the board. A steal from white. And that layup goes in. I believe that was number 27. Seems like it's complete domination from the white team already, just seconds in.
When I went to capture the replay, I went to this.
Yes, just hit the light up.
That's it?
Yes.
And then exit up?
Yes.
White with another shot up, just falling short. But they got their offensive rebound, which is real key in this game. Turnover. Blue with the great steal, coming with great speed down the court. Looking for an open player. Seems to be trapped. Got it out.
Nice backdoor pass underneath for the baseline, and it looks like he stepped out. The refs are going to let it play. Baseline jumper, 4-2. Blue team on the board with 2. See, white team deep 2-point shot, just comes up a little short. Offensive rebound going over the rim, and white team putting it back in easily. See, the blue team can capitalize as they are down by 5 points already in the match. Fast break down the court for the white team, nearly loses it, although still puts up the shot. It comes off a little wild, but they do get the offensive board. White team going to the free throw line. Makes the first one. One-on-one, showing off the handles, getting around once again another defender.
We even got some screen play happening over here.
Nice little reach by the white team. Blue team pulls up for a deep 2 and drills it.
Beautiful shot by 14.
Passes it out, baseline shot off the back iron. It looks like it is going to be rebounded by his own teammate. Deep two once again. That one's going to go high off the back.
Offensive rebound again for White, but another turnover. I feel like this is an evenly matched game.
Baseline drive, trying to go for the reverse, but pulls up a little short and nails the nice 2-point bucket for the blue team.
Yep, that was 88 for that layup.
Coach is having a little discussion with the players and substituting them in and out. White team driving down open lane, puts a little bit too much power on it, but had the right idea. Blue side coming down, Bam loses control, turning it over to the white team. Another fast break, this time right side, throws it up a little short.
Another offensive rebound though. Second one of the play. Slowing the game down a little bit from the white team. Oh, miscommunication.
Baseline inbound pass, deep two, that one goes in.
Blue is putting some great stuff out on this court, just nothing seems to be dropping for them. They only got 6 points up right now. But they're putting a lot of great effort on this court. Nice save on 156 for White on that fumbled ball.
Movie night starts in 10 minutes. We have Space Jam.
Oh, this is Space Jam.
Up there next to the queue. Space Jam, the original, will be playing in 10 minutes.
And there's another made basket by the white team. You can see the hustle by the white team, making sure that their defense is stronger than their offense, because that's the key to a good team.
I believe this is the first free throws of the game. Coming from number 90 for the white team.
That one's a heartbreaker. Rattle just in and out, excuse me, of the rim. But the white team tossing up another one.
Great grab by 196. Rushes that shot a little bit, but doesn't give up.
There's a steal by the white team, making his moves, kicks it out, three-point shot from the top, just off the mark. About 5 minutes left in the first half of this Blue Division 1v3.
Open on the left side of the court.
Not enough arch on that shot.
Dribbling, looking for an open play. And now he is double team number 6. Gets out of it. The blue team is still struggling to find a play. Finally turned over.
We have one of our NBA experienced coaches here watching our court right now on the sideline and talking to the players and trying to help them out while they're playing.
Great experience for these kids.
You know, there's nothing else like it. No other camp does this. You know, televised games, having NBA coaches, high school coaches, college coaches, you know, having the fun and the experience of just being here once again. You know, a professional TV broadcast right here for a summer camp, believe it or not.
Great opportunities for these children. That shot falling just short, but White there for the rebound right under.
Substitutions coming into the game for the blue team. White team showing off the handles. You see the screen floater just a little bit too strong, although once again, offensive rebounds are very important, although it's a lot more common throughout this camp that I've seen so far. Just another one after another one after another one. And I'm sure by the end of the camp we won't see that many as the defense will be stronger in posting out underneath.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the offensive side. I'm not sure if that's more of the offensive side being really aggressive in the paint or if it's more a lack of defensive trying to get that rebound.
Blue team on the fast break has nothing but the basket in front of them, too strong. And like you said earlier in one of our games, it's a lot of pressure for the kids. They're having so much fun, and it's a lot of adrenaline running down the court. It's just you can't control your muscles as easily as you think you can. And an easy, simple layup isn't as easy and simple as you think it is.
Yeah, I've dealt with that firsthand. You're all excited, breakaway, just you and the rim and the hoop, I guess, and you get too excited and overshoot that.
The blue team will try to capitalize here with 1 minute left in the first half. White team up 14-6, but the blue team trying to put a few extra points on the board. And what a block by number 50 from the white team. Absolutely demolishing the offense.
We see a blue team member hugging 50 for that block. Again, good sportsmanship. Noticing other great plays.
And
Even
here
if
he
it
is
is
right after the block, coming down on the fast break, putting the shot up. A little bit too much power, just like we were talking about, but he still gave it a run, and he got there first and put the shot up.
Beautiful effort. Looking for an open player. Just short on that deep two.
Players counting down, just a few seconds left, and they're just going to call it at that. For the first half, white team up 14-6 over the blue team for the NCS TV Summer Camp. I'm Levi Flores along with Nadia Sabagian, and stay tuned for the second half in this Blue Division 1v3 on NorCal Sports TV. Second half of the Blue Division 1 versus 3 on the NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp. I'm Levi Flores along with Nadia Sabagian. And with us we have a special guest, NBA G League coach Kyle Nishimoto. And I'm going to hand my headset over to Kyle so that Nadia can talk to him and ask about the game and what he's been seeing in this quick court session, one of our quick little sessions to see what the players are doing, what their skill levels are. And so, Kyle, here's my headset, and Nadia, you can take over from here.
Perfect. So, yeah, again, white team's up 14-6, but the blue team's putting up a great fight on their end as well. Kyle, what do you see that these teams need to work on, especially the blue team, to get some points up on the board?
Yeah, they just need to move the ball a little bit more. They're pretty stagnant, as you can see. They're having trouble bringing the ball up the floor. Kind of walking up. Let's see how they run this break here.
Great screen from 28 on the blue. Wide open, just short on that layup.
And you see how 3 people were trailing the ball. The ball can't be in front of you. So that's definitely one piece that I would highlight. But they'll be all right. I mean, the hustle's there. They're fighting.
Yeah, great efforts. but the white team is just capitalizing. Open shot, just off the inside rim. Believe that was out of bounds. The blue ball.
12:30.
Or white, I guess. With that steal, let's see if they can make a play. Slowing the ball down. Number 88, taking it.
Wow.
Ooh, good moves. Jump ball.
Great recovery by White.
Yeah, there's just a lot of energy on the white.
Started with their communication was on point right there.
Yes. Major part of the game, communication. I think blue just needs to pick up on their communication, and they would definitely capitalize on a lot more plays.
Yeah, a lot of this, I mean, I'm not going to put it on myself, but I did talk to my man, number 196 out there. He was kind of, you know, hanging out. But I had to help him out a little bit, and it seems like he's doing a lot better. So
we see Kyle's tips is what's putting white up on the board.
just no sense of urgency from blue. Like, they're down right now.
Yeah. Wide open.
There's got to be some sort of sense of urgency.
But fumbles the ball.
Oh.
Great handles. Trapping in the corner. Still making his way into the paint and finishes.
Tough.
Seems like the defense just kind of let him walk in the paint.
That Patrick Beverly heckler at the top right there is doing a heck of a job. Just annoying.
Ooh.
Oh man.
And another turnover.
That might be the biggest key right there. Blue is having such a hard time to get the ball to the floor because of that. That guy is just such a good on-ball defender. They need to send somebody else to help him out.
Yeah. They're just walking up at this point. At least they're settling down the game, seeing maybe a play can happen.
Oh.
Good movement. Open. Doesn't take the shot.
Good play. Oh.
Nice attempt.
Oh, my man, 196. Here he goes.
Coming
coast
in
to
hard.
coast. Coast to coast.
Ooh, spin move. A little loss of control right there. Good steal. Oh, white recovers it. Just going through everybody.
Oh, my God.
Beautiful finish on 90.
90. Oh, my God. Jeez.
That's all we have to say. Oh, my God.
I'm going to give you a 10-day. You got some 10-day contracts in the G League.
Good tip. Nice pass. That was a great vision on the court and wide open in the paint.
I will say this is a very well put together camp, though, by Coach Dion. He's put
and
together
keep
a
in
good
mind,
staff.
this is just day one. This isn't even their set teams. This is evaluation day. These coaches are just checking out the skills, seeing which players play best with each other.
Right.
Seems like we're having some substitutions.
Nine. NorCal Sports TV Summer Camp. I'm Levi Flores, and Nadia handed her set over now to Kyle Nishimoto, who's still with us now. Kyle, I just can't help but notice as we see another 2-point shot up by the white team. I can't help to notice that you and me are about the same size, roughly 5'8". I'm not nearly at the level that you are.
Oh, no, you're taller than me then, my guy.
I'm not nearly at the level as you are, and I cannot play at that level. But for these smaller players out here on the court, whether it's the game we're watching or one of the other courts, what does it mean to be a smaller player in such a high level?
That's a great question. You know, you got to, because you're not as gifted in some areas, you got to make it up in other areas. And so, you know, obviously with the height being one of the things, but you know, like I said, you got to make it up in other areas. So you've got to out hustle, you've got to outwork anybody else on the court and make up for that difference. You got to be able to pick people up full court, like my man right there on the white team was picking up full court. Those are things that your height doesn't really come into effect, but it just really creates, you know, brings your quickness to show.
Absolutely, and we have players, not here at the camp obviously, but
Right.
in the NBA you have players like Steph Curry, who necessarily isn't small, but he is on the smaller side, 6'3", Damian Lillard, all these different people who are point guard, they're shooters, and they still are able to drive inside the lane and put baskets up over those super taller guys. And I don't want to say those taller guys aren't athletic, because they are more built than basically anybody else, but that is a great knowledge to hear, that, you know, the smaller players aren't counted out. Yes, you have to put in more work, but that's just part of the game, and if you want to play it, you got to do it.
And we got a saying in the G League, and this is from Coach Rico Hines, who's the Director of Player Development for the Sacramento Kings right now. He was an assistant with the Golden State Warriors as well. But he used to say, you can't jump higher than I can throw it. So for all the small guys out there, work on your floaters, work on your tough finishes around the basket, because, you know, a guy can be 7 foot on the inside, but you shoot a floater over his head, you know, 3 feet over his head, and you make that, there's nothing he can do about it.
I'm definitely going to remember that one, and I'm sure a lot of the other players will, and I'm sure you will tell that also to the campers while you are here. And so you are part of the NBA G League Stockton Kings Association, correct?
Correct.
And how is it working in such a high level for yourself? Did you ever think you were going to get there when you were a kid, and just how has it affected your life?
That's a loaded question, man. I probably would have never guessed that I would ever be in this position. I played in high school, never played in college, studied the game, and ended up working with the Golden State Warriors when I was 18 on an intern basis on the entertainment side, and still studied the game, knew I wanted to be on the basketball side, worked with the Oklahoma City Thunder while I was going to school out there at the University of Oklahoma. Went back to the Warriors, got an analytics internship as a Sports View camera operator, and got a chance with the Reno Bighorns, who used to be the Stockton Kings, but the Reno Bighorns, who used to be over in Reno, the affiliate for the Sacramento Kings, and got a video coordinating position and director of basketball operations position, and, you know, have been blessed to work my way up, and has been an assistant coach for the last couple of years now.
And right now we're watching some of the younger male athletes here. It's the Blue Division 1v3. I know that doesn't mean a lot to the people watching at home. I just know that these are families' kids. What have you seen in this camp, whether it's from this court or other courts, that you would like to see either in your Stockton Kings team or something that you just see from the Stockton Kings team, if that makes sense?
Yeah. I think how quickly kids nowadays can mesh with each other quickly. I think when you put 5 guys on the floor, sometimes there's a hesitancy between some guys of knowing their role and what they can do to help the team. These kids nowadays, they can really pick up on the game quick, and they can pick up, you know, what they need to do away from the ball, with the ball, to help their team. You know, you saw the man right there, number 27, shooting, hitting that screen at the block. You know, that's something that's so unselfish and something that we did a lot of out in Stockton.
We got just under 4 minutes left in this one. And Kyle, what are you going to help these kids with during this camp?
I'm really going to get down to the nitty-gritty, the smaller details of things. For the younger kids, we're going to focus more broad and make sure they get their fundamentals down. In Stockton, we did things a little unorthodox, which really benefited us. Over the last 3 years, we led the league in call-ups, which means, you know, the most players that were called up to the NBA. We had the best record on average between the three seasons, making the playoffs all three of the last seasons. So, gonna help them win. That's the biggest thing. Is help them win, because winning travels. That's another one of Rico's saying.
It's another great saying.
Yeah.
What does this guy do? I mean, he's all
Rico-
full of it.
Rico runs the UCLA open runs down in LA, and he does. He trains Kyrie, KD, all those big name guys, and so I was fortunate enough to learn from him since day one with my internship with the Reno Bighorns, and he took me under his wing and really taught me everything I know. So everything you're going to hear tomorrow in the morning at the camp, a lot of it's based from him.
That's who's teaching your kids. I mean, you can't get too many people that are better and, learning from the best.
Right.
We got 2.5 minutes left in this one. We still have one more game on this court, the Blue Division 2v4. So if your kid is in that, make sure to tune in. Like the video you're watching, subscribe to the channel, and look at that
nice
Euro
move
step.
over the head.
Absolutely.
Great move. We teach that one. If any of you guys watched that Nigeria game, Gabe Vincent, who's a Stockton native actually, played at St. Mary's High School in Stockton. He was with our Stockton team. He's now on the Miami Heat, but he's playing for Team Nigeria and did something just like that.
Another offensive rebound for the white team, something that we see quite often in our games here. I notice myself in the NBA, there's not a lot of offensive rebounds. People don't follow their shots. Is that something that you are really set on in your G League team? Yeah,
I think it's tough. Out here, I think it's a little more frequent than others because more often than not, an air ball favors the offense. But in the G League, in the pros, you've got some skilled, crafty vets that are pretty sneaky at getting offensive rebounds. So you've got the random veterans that can get 10 offensive rebounds and they maybe have 12 for the game. But then you've got other guys that are just 8 rebounds and they maybe get 1 a game. So. But it's a full team effort. You got to be able to. You have to make sure you pinpoint and find those guys, especially the guys that are really greedy on the offensive end. Makes you put a body on them.
The blue team, it doesn't look like they're going to be able to come back from this, but while they're at it, just under a minute left, they could put some more points on the board. And this is only the evaluation games, like we've said before, where we're evaluating what the players are doing, as that shot is just off the mark. But they evaluate the skills, and they could set them up for the better teams during this camp. And depending on what they do, if they're a point guard, this team will have a point guard. If they're a center, this team will have a center. And that's what these games right now are all about. When we get to tomorrow, they'll build the teams, and by Friday, they'll have their own set team and hopefully play with a lot more teamwork. We actually see that now a lot, which is kind of rare with these younger teams to actually play as a team, because mostly what they want to do is just show off their skills.
Right.
But I've noticed myself that these players are actually saying, hey, we're a team, we want to do good, and that's how we have to do it, is by teamwork.
Absolutely. And that's what makes this camp also unique, because I've never – seen a camp that does a kind of evaluation process first. It's usually just you get put onto a team, and that's just what your team is. So that makes this camp really unique.
It sounds like they're counting down from 10 just about now. If the blue team can get one more basket up, get a few more points on the board just for the score's sake, it'll look like a turnover, and this will be the final shot. But they don't get it off in time, so the white team ends up pulling away with it. 30 to the blue 12. Kyle, is there any last words you'd like to say to the viewers and possibly the kids when they watch this in the future?
Study your film. Film doesn't lie, and we have a saying. Here's another saying. A saying in the coaching world is that, film doesn't blink and the film doesn't lie. So watch yourself and watch yourself from a third party's perspective, your coach's perspective, your teammates' perspective. What you think you may be doing right may not always be the case. So make sure you're getting a third and second opinion on what you're looking at, because film is the best piece of video you can watch to really get better.
And we're going to ask Kyle back for our final game on this court number 3, blue 2v4. Whether he comes back or not, I'm not sure, but you'll have to click over to that video and find out if he does. But for right now, I'm Levi Flores along with Nadia Sabagian, messed that one up, Kyle Nishimoto, the NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp on NorCal Sports TV. See you on the next game.